There's something to be said about the latest Samsung smartphones that continue to push the boundaries of what we expect in a smartphone through innovative new designs and features that outpace the competition. This is the Galaxy Flip 3, Samsung's latest flip phone. If you've been following the channel for a while now, you know that I recently tried out the Samsung Flip 2. And while I fell in love with the idea of a modern day flip phone, it fell short of a lot of the features it was trying to deliver on. With drawbacks like a cheap, almost rubber feeling inner display, a small front facing display with limited to almost no functionality, and to wrap it all up, extremely poor battery life. The latest headliner phone, however, acknowledges and improves on a lot of these features. In a similarly branded box to last year, we see the phone itself, and underneath we have a box holding the SIM tool, opening to a USB-C to USB-C cable and the quick start guide. No charger is included in the box this time. So first up, the Flip 3 has a brand new design, featuring more squared edges and a matte finish, and a much larger front display. The phone folds into a 4.2-inch device, making it much more compact than any other smartphone that you can find right now. It also comes in a variety of colors, including cream, phantom black, green, lavender, and some limited edition colors if you order from the Samsung website, including pink, white, and my personal favorite, the two-tone gray. Coming with a 1.9-inch cover display, which is way larger than last year's model, and opening up to a 6.7-inch screen with an improved 120Hz display. The Flip 3 includes more powerful specs than last year's model, including a Snapdragon 888 processor, up from the previous 855 Plus, 8GB of RAM, which is the same as last year, capacities offering 128 and up to 256GB, a cover screen that's 1.9 inches, up 72% from last year, 33 mAh battery, which unfortunately is the same as last year, and overall weighing in at 6.5 ounces, which again is the same as last year. In my testing, these specs do lead to an overall snappier performance than last year's model, and it actually outperformed what I expected it to be able to do based on my testing of the Flip 2. Now, the front-facing display is the most notable improvement and also the first thing you recognize when looking at the Flip 3, taking everything from the original and then providing a lot more features and customizations into it. You start with the clock, and as you swipe to the left, you have a bunch of different widgets, including music, schedule, alarm, and timer. Now, it's also worth noting that double pressing on the sleep button shows you the camera preview so that you can take selfies without needing to flip this thing open. And because we have this new huge cover screen, we have a lot more features and customizations. So swiping all the way to the end, you can choose Add Widget, which gives you the option for weather, Samsung Health, or voice recorder, allowing a total of 7 widgets plus the clock and notification center. With a firm press on a widget, you can remove or reorder them to your liking. And the clock can also be customized by opening the phone, going to settings, and then seeing a new cover screen option. Here you have 11 clock options to choose from, including options from changing the color or customizing the background image. Now you can also choose to keep the clock on all the time by going to always on display settings and enabling it. This allows you to show the clock at all times, and with a double press, it'll wake up. You'll see here the clock moves slightly when you do that, allowing you to then access all of your widgets. The phone features 3 cameras, including a 10 megapixel front-facing camera that has a slightly better aperture than last year, moving from 2 to 2.4 aperture. It still has that clamshell option where you can partially open the phone to prop it up, and the camera will shift layout. On the outside, we have 2 12 megapixel cameras, the top being an ultra-wide, and the bottom being a wide-angle lens. And while these are improved over last year's model, I don't find that the photos it takes are necessarily revolutionary. You can see all of those tests here. Now, the great advantage to an unusually tall display like this one is that it can successfully accomplish split screen while showing great views of 2 apps at the same time. So you can say, watch the channel while continuing the conversation. And if you have an app that doesn't support split screen, you can enable it to work in labs in your settings. The speaker system is improved from last year with top and bottom speakers to accomplish a stereo sound. And in my testing, they still fall short of anything to be desired.
So I've had a complicated relationship with CarPlay.
While they're okay for casual browsing, I assume that most people won't be buying this for the speakers. Now, considering all of the promotions that are going on where you buy the Flip and you also get the Galaxy Buds, I'm assuming that most people will be using those Galaxy Buds when using this phone. The largest concern I had with last year's model was battery life. It was so bad that I ended up charging the phone around 2 p.m. just to get through the end of the day. And if you're a power user like me, unfortunately I don't have good news for you this time. See, it still includes the same 33 mAh battery as last year's model, and while the improved processor should lead to better efficiencies, I think the new features outweigh those options, making the battery life quoted out for about 6 hours of battery life, leaving it 2 hours less than last year's model. The Flip3 does offer reverse wireless charging, and I don't think most people are going to use it, again because that battery life is so low just by itself. But if you did want to enable it, you could enable in Settings or the Quick Settings tab, and then charge anything that's compatible with Qi charging. Overall, the Fold 3 is a great device, taking all of the features from the Fold 2 and enhancing them in a lot of different ways. From a much larger cover screen, to a sleek new design, improved engineering, and a much more premium feeling screen than last year's. It's a great option for those who want a modern day flip phone, but unfortunately the battery life leaves something to be desired. In fact, I almost guarantee that with this phone you're going to need to charge it at least once throughout the day just to get through your day. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this brand new phone. Are you thinking about picking it up, or are you going to wait another year or two until they refine some of these features? Let me know all of that down below. As well, hit the subscribe button to see more videos like this from me, and hit the like button because it tells YouTube that videos like this don't suck. Thank you guys so much for watching and supporting the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.